are a number. At one point I put a list of them, but the list got too long. This is a concept I believe we should encourage during these trying financial times. In addition to accomplishing good works, residents might find their efforts most satisfying, while at the same time saving money for the park. And, who knows, we might have fun and provide an opportunity to make new friends. Thank you. Put the cheers on. 2009 was a low point for the sale of properties, not only in the park, but countrywide, which certainly creates a significant cause for concern. However, currently, less than 5% of the park homes are for sale, which is considered a healthy real estate norm. Also, thus far in 2010, I've been advised that 5 houses have already been sold, and I understand that 2 more are in contract. Further, it is my understanding that there are no park homes in foreclosure. These are very positive signs of the future. The fact that several homes have been on the market for over a year, however, is a concern. I, of course, am not privy to the numbers involved, but possibly the asking price was unrealistic. However, I am familiar with several cases where price reductions did not result in sales, but in other cases, they did. I'm optimistic that we are beginning to pull out of the park real estate slump, and that 2010 will continue that trend. To best describe my feelings regarding a turnaround in the resale real estate market, I am reminded of the words of Sir Winston Churchill when asked whether the Allies had yet turned the corner in winning World War II. He said, "We haven't yet reached the beginning of the end, but we have reached the end of the beginning." However, if in fact recovery does not happen, we might consider promoting the park through various advertising media. Again, this would be an additional cost to residents when they are already concerned about their finances. I ask myself, is such an expense necessary? Would it create any significant results that should be considered? Until we develop answers to these questions as well as others I might not have thought about, I cannot say that promoting the park is necessary. Possibly I might suggest that we create a task force to study the feasibility of such action, to take appropriate action, a recommendation to the board. Of course, the most obvious steps that we can take to attract new residents to the park, this has been said before, is to ensure that we always continue to put the park's best foot forward by maintaining a high-quality infrastructure. In the words of Steve Hayberger, we must continue the wow factor. Thank you. I am going to bore you with my bio. Although Joe, I have to comment, your comments were very good, Jim, and I think you're right on your thing. I am an upstate New Yorker by birth. I graduated from the University of Rochester with a degree in applied economics and a commission in the United States Navy. After naval service, aboard a pet carrier in the Pacific, my wife and I, Marie, relocated to the New York City area, accepted a position with the New York Telephone Company, advancing through management ranks in their controller's operations, and retiring as director of internal auditing. I think these are significant points when it comes to running this board. I have always been an active volunteer. I was active in the International Lions, serving as club president, treasurer of Nassau County District Lions, and most notably, a startup and 6-year chairman of the Lions Island for Long Island. I also served as chairman of the board of trustees of my local church, who was active in the Boy Scouts of America. I also have to mention I was an Eagle Scout, or I am an Eagle Scout, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. I have been married to Marie for, would you believe, 55 years. We have 5 children, one of whom is with us this morning, Virginia, and 14 grandchildren. As I had said to my wife, with all this, it's been a great ride as we came sliding into the park, ready for a life of retirement and ease. Well, let me tell you folks, it did not last very long. From the get-go, I have become very active in a number of different areas of the park. I have been involved with operations for 3 years and have been chairman for 2. Further, in my capacity as chairman of operations, I have established a close and active relationship with both the budget and finance and energy advisory committees, attending most of their meetings while becoming very familiar with the concerns and issues facing these committees. Also, I have served on the nominating committee, organized and directed 2 park and nature trail cleanup efforts, and have organized a safety awareness program. Surely, I have been heavily involved in the organized activities of the park, having become most familiar with its inner workings and where there are opportunities for new approaches and new initiatives. I believe I am qualified to provide effective leadership and to further grow the park, while at the same time ensuring that we make effective cost decisions. Protecting and planning for an aging park infrastructure and ensuring that reserve funds are available down the road to protect our investment without onerous costs to park residents is a very high priority, requiring the services of a dedicated and knowledgeable board of directors. And I feel that I am well prepared to assume that role. We need to constantly work, get to the next page. In ensuring that our capital decisions have been thoroughly researched and everything is being done to ensure that in-place facilities have maximum service life. That is, we have to do a good job with preventive maintenance. We have a significant investment in our park, and we need to work very hard to keep that one for which we can be proud. My wife and I, for fear of overstating my case, have developed a passion. We feel strongly that we have an obligation as well as an opportunity to put our money where our mouth is. And to that end, I wish to serve as a member of the Park Board of Directors. Thank you very much. Again, thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. I do agree that we do have a formidable group of gentlemen and lady here, and the decision is not going to be easy. You have heard a review of my background in my former life and in my total involvement in the life of the park. You have heard of my concerns for the future of the park and of my desire that our investment is protected over time. I firmly believe that I have a close, first-hand working knowledge of the inner workings of the park and of its problems and opportunities. I sincerely believe that every problem we tackle and solve has been an opportunity to grow the park. Keeping this in mind, I believe I am well qualified to represent you on the Park Board of Directors. You can be sure that I will be a tireless worker, a loyal representative, ensuring that your fiscal concerns are always considered in any decision-making process. However, having said that, I will also be sure that reasonable needs of the park and the protection of our investment in a timely manner is always considered in the decision-making process. You can depend on me to always be around. My wife claims that I should have moved my cot up here and slept here.
I agree.
There you go, thank you. And anxious to talk to residents about their concerns. As I have said before, the experience of both my wife and I in the park has been the next best thing to having entered paradise. And I wish the opportunity